The walls shook, the alarms blared, and the whispers spread faster than wildfire. Lil Durk, the platinum-selling rapper turned headline-dominating figure, has just been attacked inside federal prison. And the details are so explosive that even the guards can't keep them under wraps. We're not talking about a simple scuffle or a routine clash. No, this was an orchestrated hit, the kind of behind-bars ambush that feels ripped straight from a crime thriller. And the question everyone is asking is, who ordered the hit, and what secrets led to this bloody eruption? Reports are flying in. Some say it was tied to old Chicago rivalries. Others whisper it was revenge for Lou Pab's death, and a third. Even darker possibility is circling: betrayal from the inside. That's right, the same crew Durk once fed, protected, and called family may have played a hand in setting him up. Shocking. Yes, but it doesn't stop there. Already, leaked messages are surfacing online. Fans are dissecting blurry clips supposedly smuggled out by guards. Other rappers are posting cryptic tweets that only add fuel to the fire. Is this attack proof that Durk's enemies have finally caught up to him? Or is it the opening move in a much bigger, bloodier game? Stay with me, because this isn't just a story. This is the most dangerous chapter yet in hip-hop's most cursed saga. And by the time we're done, you'll see why everyone is saying this is the fight that might decide Lil Durk's fate forever. The cameras don't roll inside federal walls. But if they did, what happened last night would have been the highest-rated episode of reality TV in history. Lil Durk, the voice of the streets, the man who turned pain into platinum, found himself not on stage but flat against the cold concrete, surrounded by chaos that no security detail could stop. And this wasn't random. Every whisper, every detail trickling out points to a carefully planned strike. Executed with precision, fueled by years of blood debts and unhealed wounds. It started with murmurs in the yard. In prison, nothing stays quiet for long. The air had already been thick with tension since the day Durk was transferred. Too many eyes on him, too many factions with too many grudges. The Black Disciples' rivalries don't dissolve at the prison gates. They intensify. And in this particular facility, whispers say GDs were waiting. Waiting for their chance. Waiting for revenge. At first it was subtle. A stare that lingered too long. A shoulder bump in the lunch line. Then came the notes. Cryptic scraps of paper left in his cell. Messages like, "You ain't safe," and "Vaughn's ghost is watching." Durk shrugged them off publicly, keeping his head high, but insiders swear he was rattled. Guards even reported him pacing late into the night, mumbling under his breath, as if bracing for a war he knew was inevitable. The attack itself came during rec. A group of inmates cornered him near the basketball court, an area notorious for being both crowded and unmonitored. At first, it looked like a casual confrontation, just words being exchanged. But then fists flew. Witnesses claim it wasn't just fists. Shanks glinted in the fluorescent lights, swung with brutal efficiency. The screams echoed, guards scrambled, and chaos erupted as the yard turned into a war zone. But here's where the story twists, almost instantly. A clip appeared online. Grainy, shaky, but unmistakable. Durk, bloodied, being dragged by two guards while other inmates shouted and pointed. How did footage from inside a supposedly locked-down facility leak within minutes? Insiders whisper that a guard was paid off, not just to look the other way, but to capture the moment. And who would have that kind of power inside? That's the question setting Twitter on fire. Lil Durk prison attack trended within an hour. Fans flooded timelines with messages of rage and despair. Protect Durk at all costs. They tried to take him out like Vaughn. The system set him up. But buried in the flood were darker posts, cryptic tweets from anonymous accounts, claiming to have the real story. 1. Account dropped a bombshell. A screenshot of alleged prison messages showing that the hit wasn't about old gang beef at all. It was payback for something else. A betrayal from within Durk's own circle. The messages, allegedly between two unnamed inmates, referenced money gone missing. "He left us hanging. Time to collect." Fans speculated wildly. Was this about unpaid debts to allies behind bars? Was someone on Durk's team funneling money to enemies? Theories multiplied like wildfire, each one more explosive than the last dot. Then came the voice note. A short, muffled recording leaked to Instagram, supposedly from inside the prison. A man's voice, scratchy but urgent, saying it was greenlit. They ain't doing this for the streets, they doing it for the bag. His own people put the word out. The internet stopped cold. Could it be true? Could Lil Durk have been sold out not by rivals, but by allies who saw more value in his downfall than his survival? Meanwhile, celebrity reactions poured in. Meek Mill tweeted, "This prison system is death by design. Free Durk." 21 Savage posted a broken heart emoji with no caption, sending fans into meltdown. Even academics in the hip-hop world weighed in, with one viral thread claiming this is bigger than prison beef. This is organized. Somebody wants Durk erased. Inside, the aftermath was worse than fans could imagine. Durk, reportedly stitched up in the infirmary, demanded to know how the attackers got so close. Guards offered no answers, but an anonymous officer told a blogger, "It's no accident." He was left exposed. Somebody made sure the cameras weren't pointed that way. The implication was chilling, an inside job, coordinated from the top down. But as if that wasn't enough, the night brought another twist. A private DM thread leaked on Twitter, allegedly between two music industry insiders. The messages suggested that the prison chaos was connected to business deals gone bad. He was cutting people out. They wanted their cut. Now, they've taken it back another way. Whether real or fabricated, the screenshots ignited chaos, pushing fans into overdrive. Was this about street politics, or was it about money and betrayal within the industry itself? The lines blurred further when a YouTuber claimed to have exclusive evidence. A second video clip, longer than the first, showing not just the aftermath, but the lead-up to the ambush. Though the clip hasn't surfaced publicly, screenshots circulated Durk talking heatedly with two men in the yard, one of whom allegedly slipped a blade from his waistband moments before the attack. If true, it proves this wasn't spontaneous, it was premeditated, planned, and filmed for maximum humiliation. On social media, chaos reigned. Fans divided into camps. Some swore it was GDs seeking revenge for past beef. Others believed it was industry puppeteers pulling strings. And a third group pointed to the betrayal theory, claiming Durk's own people orchestrated it to secure their own futures. Each theory came with receipts, blurry screenshots, half audio clips, and cryptic posts from burner accounts that may or may not be connected to anyone inside. And just as the noise reached fever pitch, a final leak landed like a bomb. A screenshot of an alleged commissary order form with Durk's name on it, circled in red, accompanied by the words, "This is where it started." No context. No explanation. Just an insinuation that something as small as a food order might have triggered the violence. Fans went wild, debating hidden codes in the order, whether it was a setup, or if it was proof that Durk had been marked long before fists flew. The night ended not with answers, but with more questions. Was this the end of Durk's reign? Was the crown finally stripped from the man who built an empire from Englewood to global stages? Or was this just the beginning of a much darker game, one that would reveal secrets even his closest allies never wanted exposed? Because as one anonymous post declared in words that sent chills through millions, that wasn't the hit. That was the warning. The words echoed across the internet like a prophecy. That wasn't the hit. That was the warning. Within hours, the meaning became clearer and far more terrifying. Another leak dropped, this time not grainy video or screenshots, but a full transcript of a phone call allegedly smuggled out of the prison. In the recording, a voice said to be an inmate with ties to a rival crew whispered, "Round 2 coming. Next time it won't be no scratches. They want blood." The files spread like wildfire. Fans begged for it to be fake, but the details were too sharp, too specific. The prison's security protocols, the timing of guard shifts, things only an insider would know, were all spelled out in chilling detail. were all spelled out in chilling detail. The betrayal theories grew teeth. Twitter flooded with hashtags. Hashtag DURK setup and hashtag inside job. A viral thread claimed to have pieced together who pulled the strings. Screenshots of old group chats surfaced showing members of Durk's own extended crew complaining about money, accusing him of forgetting where he came from. One message stood out. He eating, we starving. Time to balance the scales. Fans screamed betrayal. Could Durk's downfall have been signed by the very people who once called him family? But then came the curveball. A second set of leaks dropped, and this time they pointed not inward but outward, directly at the music industry. Emails allegedly hacked from a label exec's account painted a picture of corporate puppetry. In one email, an unnamed exec wrote, "If the headlines keep him unstable, his catalog streams go up. Chaos sells." Whether the emails were real or fabricated didn't matter. The internet latched onto them instantly. Suddenly, the attack wasn't just about prison politics, it was a conspiracy. A plot to profit off Durk's pain. As if on cue, celebrities joined the fray. DJ academics went live, sweating, pacing, yelling into the camera. "This is bigger than y'all think. They trying to erase Durk, man. I told y'all the industry don't play fair." Lil Baby dropped a cryptic Instagram story. A photo of a snake emoji slithering across the words. "Not everybody smiling with you is with you." Fans took it as confirmation of betrayal. Meanwhile, Quando Rondo posted a smirking selfie with the caption, "Tables always turn." The comments section exploded. Threats, defenses, memes, conspiracies all colliding in one chaotic swirl. The atmosphere outside the prison was just as volatile. Fans gathered in front of the facility, holding posters that read "Free Durk" and chanting his name into the night. But mixed in were darker figures, people, filming, smirking, waiting. As though they knew more violence was on the horizon, inside, Durk himself was spiraling. According to anonymous insiders, he snapped during a medical check, screaming at guards, demanding to know who let the attackers through. One nurse allegedly leaked that he muttered over and over, "It ain't the ops, it's my own people." Those words alone spread like wildfire when posted by a gossip page, adding fuel to the theory that betrayal was at the heart of everything. Then came the meltdown. A leaked note, allegedly written by Durk and smuggled out through a visitor, surfaced on Instagram. It read, "If I don't make it out, just know I was fighting demons inside and outside. Don't trust nobody." They smiling while they stabbing. Fans wept, reposting the note thousands of times. Was this a farewell message? A warning? Or just a reflection of a man unraveling under unbearable pressure? But the night didn't end there. Just when fans thought they'd seen the worst, a new piece of evidence dropped that changed everything. A leaked recording of a heated phone call between two rappers, voices sounding eerily like industry heavyweights debating whether to pull the plug. In the call, one voice said, "He too messy now. The streets ain't with him. Maybe it's time." The other replied, "Nah, let him bleed. More eyes on us when he loud." The internet erupted. Was the industry orchestrating Durk's downfall like a puppet show, using prison walls as the stage? Meanwhile, TikTokers tore apart every frame of the grainy attack video. One slowed-down version showed a blurred figure in the background, handing something to a guard right before the chaos erupted. "This proves it," the caption read. "The guards are in on it." Millions of views later, the theory was gospel, and then came the ultimate betrayal. A former associate of Durk's went live on Instagram, tears streaming down his face, claiming, "We told him to stay low. We told him to watch his circle, but he ain't listen. Now he paying the price." Somebody close greenlit it. "Don't let nobody lie to y'all." The comment section imploded. Fans demanded names, begged for details. But before he could continue, the livestream cutout either ended abruptly or shut down by forces unseen. Back inside the prison, then. Sources said Durk refused to eat, refused to sleep, pacing in his cell like a caged animal, waiting for the next strike. Guards allegedly overheard him muttering, "If I go out, I'm going out swinging." His paranoia wasn't unfounded. Multiple insider accounts suggested another hit was already planned. And this time, the attackers weren't coming empty-handed. The cliffhanger came when a burner Twitter account dropped one final post for the night. A blurry photo of a bloody shoe, allegedly Durk's, accompanied by the words, "Phase 2 begins tomorrow." Fans froze. Theories ran rampant. Was Durk already hurt worse than reported? Was another attack imminent? Or was this just psychological warfare designed to keep him broken? No matter the truth, one thing became clear. The storm was far from over. Betrayals were surfacing, enemies were multiplying, and the clock was ticking. Durk's world wasn't just collapsing, it was burning, piece by piece, with every leak and every whisper fanning the flames higher and somewhere in the shadows. Someone was pulling strings, laughing, watching the chaos unfold exactly as they planned. The world barely had time to process the bloody shoe photo before the next wave hit. And it was bigger, louder, more destructive than anyone imagined. By dawn, major blogs plastered headlines screaming, "Durk's empire crumbles." This wasn't just gossip anymore, this was corporate bloodshed. Sponsorship deals started dropping like flies. A luxury clothing brand, once plastering Durk's face across billboards, announced effective immediately it was ending all partnerships. A popular energy drink pulled its ads featuring him from every platform. The official reason? Unforeseen legal complications. But the timing told the truth. The prison attack wasn't just a scandal. It was poison. As the money vanished, the betrayals deepened. Leaked emails, allegedly between Durk's management and outside investors, surfaced on Reddit. One message read, "We can't guarantee his safety. We need to move funds elsewhere." The implication was brutal. His own business circle was pulling the plug, prioritizing their pockets over his survival. Fans flooded the comment sections, screaming that Durk was being abandoned by the very machine he built. He fed them, and now they're leaving him to die. One viral post declared. Then came the most shocking leak of all. A secret video call recording. Blurry, pixelated, but unmistakable to industry heavyweights. Their faces partially visible, laughing as they discussed insurance policies. One voice said, "If he don't make it, streams go crazy. If he makes it, we can spin the comeback." The other chuckled. "Either way, we win." The internet exploded. Were these powerful figures gambling on Durk's life like chips at a casino? Meanwhile, inside the prison, things hit a boiling point. An anonymous guard claimed Durk erupted in rage after hearing whispers of his sponsorships collapsing. He allegedly smashed a chair against the wall, shouting, "They trying to erase me. They want me gone before trial." His meltdown was reported in hushed tones across gossip sites, painting the picture of a man unraveling while the walls closed in. But the most chilling detail came not from the guards, but from a fellow inmate who allegedly leaked a scribbled note from Durk. It read, "If they silence me here," remember this? It wasn't the ops. It was the ones smiling in boardrooms. Those words alone sent shockwaves. Was Durk hinting that his real enemies weren't behind bars but in skyscrapers, counting profits while plotting his demise? As if to confirm the paranoia, celebrity reactions turned uglier. Drake unfollowed Durk on Instagram. The internet went nuclear. Was this a silent distancing move? A PR calculation? Fans screamed betrayal. "Oh, Vo ain't loyal." One tweet read, racking up hundreds of thousands of likes. On the other side, Kodak Black posted a cryptic video, waving a stack of cash and laughing. "Y'all see what happens when you play both sides?" The comment section melted into chaos as fans accused him of mocking Durk's pain, and then came the bombshell live. An anonymous burner Instagram account went live with what they claimed was the real receipts. On screen, a folder of files. Screenshots of alleged payment records connecting Durk's name to a shadowy fund moving through multiple shell companies. The captions screamed, "They paying for protection." When the money stopped, so did the loyalty. Viewers watched in disbelief as transaction logs rolled across the screen. Whether real or fabricated, the optics were damning. The theory became gospel. Durk had been paying to stay safe. And when the payments stopped, the wolves closed in. Outside, protests turned violent. Fans clashed with police outside the prison gates, chanting "Free Durk" while smoke bombs filled the air. Videos of the chaos hit TikTok instantly, spreading like wildfire. One clip, showing a young fan screaming "They killing him inside," racked up millions of views in hours. The energy shifted from concern to hysteria. Inside the rap world, alliances fractured in real time. Lil Baby, previously silent, unfollowed multiple mutual friends of Durk. Social media detectives noticed, piecing together digital breadcrumbs into full-blown conspiracy threads. Every unfollow, every cryptic post became evidence in the court of public opinion. And then the ultimate cliffhanger. A new leak surfaced, darker than all the rest. A photograph allegedly smuggled out by an anonymous prison worker, showing a stretcher being wheeled down a dimly lit corridor. The body was covered with a sheet, face obscured. The caption read, "Guess who?" The internet stopped breathing. Was it Durk? Was he alive? Was this proof that the second strike had already happened? Or was it psychological warfare designed to shatter his fan base once and for all? No confirmation came. The prison issued a bland statement. No comment on ongoing investigations. But that silence only made the fire burn hotter. Fans flooded Twitter with frantic posts. "We need proof of life. Show us Durk now." The chaos reached fever pitch in the middle of the storm. One last anonymous post surfaced, sending chills through millions. This was never about prison. This was about legacy. The crown is being passed, whether he lives or dies. And just like that, the narrative shifted again. Was this the end of Lil Durk's reign? Or was it the setup for a resurrection more dramatic than anyone could imagine? The truth remains locked behind concrete walls, hidden in shadows, whispered through leaks and rumors. But one thing is undeniable. The world is watching, waiting, holding its breath for the next headline. The one that will decide if Lil Durk's story ends in blood, or if he claws his way back from the edge to reclaim his throne. Because in this game, survival isn't just about breathing. It's about proving you can't be erased. You've just seen the leaks, the betrayals, the stretcher photo that has the entire internet gasping for air. And let me be crystal clear, this story is far from over. The attack wasn't the end. It was the beginning of something darker, something bigger, and the next headline could drop any second. If you thought the chaos was wild tonight, imagine what's coming when the next round of receipts spill out. That's why I need you right now, not later, not tomorrow, to smash that like button until it breaks. Every single click pushes this story further into the spotlight and forces the truth to come out. And don't just watch in silence. Drop a comment. Tell me where you stand. Do you believe Durk was betrayed by his own? Was this an industry setup? Or are the ops finally cashing in on old blood debts? I want to hear every theory, every detail, every piece of fire you've got, because together, we're building the only conversation that matters right now. And above all, hit subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Because the next leak, the next insider confession, the next shocking twist, it's going to hit without warning. And when it does, you don't want to be the one scrambling to catch up while the rest of the world is already exploding. This isn't entertainment anymore. This is survival, legacy, and history in real time. Stay locked in. The storm hasn't even reached its peak.